What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen that title was going down. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. The reason why I'm so hype, y'all. It's 11 o'clock at night. Y'all never guess where I'm going right now. I'm about to go fishing again. I literally just left from fishing. I'm about to go again, y'all. I don't know. I love it. Truly love it. It's supposed to be going again. We'll see. Y'all probably hear that truck. I definitely apologize for that. But as we get in this video, y'all see it right here. When I'm being so for real when it comes down to this whole case, literally crumbling when it comes down to Karmelo Anthony and what they're trying to push this whole self-defense. Says any claim of self-defense for Karmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf trial was literally, well, not literally YouTube, blown up by witness testimony. The prosecution has rested his case. Multiple witnesses have confirmed it. Anthony acted like, I don't like using certain words. He acted like an individual that he shouldn't have been acting like. Very disrespectful, obviously, from the things that I'm about to show y'all. He provoked Metcalf, who merely pushed him on his shoulder. 15 times he was asked to leave. By multiple people, just not Austin Metcalf or his brother. Check it out right here. Fox News.
That Karmelo Anthony was sitting under another school's team tent. Witnesses also said that 17-year-old Austin Metcalf repeatedly asked Anthony, who he didn't know, to leave. One student testified that Anthony was asked to leave roughly 15 times. Prosecutors say the confrontation escalated when Anthony pulled out a 5-inch folding knife from his backpack and stabbed Metcalf in the chest. Jurors were shown grainy surveillance footage that appeared to show this physical confrontation just lasted a matter of seconds. Anthony has pleaded not guilty to murder. His attorneys argue that he acted in self-defense and out of fear. Now, one of the key exchanges today came from an 18-year-old track athlete who knew both Anthony and Metcalf. Let's bring you to that back and forth. The prosecutor asks, was Austin starting to get mad? The witness says he was getting defensive. Someone we didn't know was in the tent. He's always leading. He's always protecting us. Prosecutor asks, after that, Karmelo said, you will have to move me. Austin put his hand on his back. I saw Karmelo's hand go in the backpack. We're at a track meet. I wouldn't expect anything to be in there. Karmelo said, touch me.
Exactly.
You'll have to move me and find out, trying to provoke him.
And I feel like so many, like any given child, you know, or anybody, like they would obviously just think, you know, like, well, I don't think there's really nothing in there. I don't think it's, you know, I don't know, it's just sketchy. But then again, like, you just never know in schools. But I feel like when stuff happens so fast, you really just don't expect it. You know what I mean?
Then what happens? The teen witness says Austin put his hands on him and then falls back. The prosecutor asks, how was Austin trying to move him? The witness replies, it was him trying to move him off his seat, a soft shove. What did Austin do? The witness then said, I see a hole in his chest and blood. He starts screaming for help. We're told from reporters inside the courtroom, meanwhile, that the medical examiner is testifying right now. Metcalf's family has stepped outside the courtroom so that they don't have to hear this. Meanwhile, Anthony, who is charged with murder, faces up to life in prison if he is convicted, John.
That's sad though, man. Just having to even, and I've been in a case, nothing, you know, nothing to this extent, but it was definitely, you know, pretty wild. And just hearing things, hearing my 911 call, I can just about like seeing videos and hearing people talk, like being a family in there, like that's truly sad, man. It's definitely truly sad. And you know, I'm praying that they get that, you know, that justice. And I don't like saying that too, because a lot of time, like, you gotta think, like, they can't, you know, they lost their son. You know, he lost his twin brother. So, like, I don't know, man. It's just wild. It's truly wild. You got it right here. It says another team is testifying Karmelo Anthony trial this morning. It says, prosecutor asks, what is your impression Karmelo Anthony was trying to provoke Austin Metcalf? Was it your impression that Karmelo Anthony was trying to provoke Austin Metcalf? When it said yes. Prosecutor said, what did Karmelo say? When it said he wasn't leaving, it says profanity. Prosecutor said, what did Karmelo do? Witness says he's starting to get more aggressive. Prosecutor, what does he say next? Witness, and this is literally everywhere, is wild, says, F you all, I'm going to leave. You all are a bunch of P words. And I'm sure y'all should know what that is. The prosecutor says, did Austin respond on being provoked? Witness said he put his hand on his shoulder. Prosecutor says, was Karmelo Anthony acting in self-defense? Witness said no, that's lethal force against non-lethal force. I'm telling y'all, not looking good for him. Tell y'all that. Says medical examiner Dr. Elizabeth Vantera, pretty sure that's how you say her name. If I said that wrong, I apologize. Testified that Austin Metcalf was stabbed once in the chest. The knife went completely through his heart wall and pierced the bone in the center of his chest. When prosecutors showed the autopsy photo, Karmelo looked away. A female juror covered her mouth. Austin Metcalf's family left the room. Even Karmelo's own mother walked out. Earlier witnesses said Karmelo was the aggressor, refusing to leave and taunting F you all, and then you know what I said. As y'all know, it's definitely not looking good for Karmelo Anthony, but more will be said, more will be shared out. You got right here Sarah Fields' Day 4 report, Karmelo Anthony trial. Says that the state called Tiffany Whitaker, an athletic trainer at Memorial High School. She said that her job was to prevent athletic injury. She stated that she was at every event. She received extensive medical training and CPR certified. She said that she knew both of the boys. She stated that there was a rule about the tent. It is a locker room. It's team safe space. She stated that the weather was cloudy and windy, and she stated that around 10 a.m. she was set up in medical equipment at the Andrews building. She stated that she saw Austin around 9:30 a.m. and he gave her a hug. This is definitely sad, man. I ain't even gonna lie. She said that she saw a commotion and heard screaming. She ran onto the track to see what was going on. She said that a student she knew said him. He stabbed him and threw the knife. The student then pointed at Karmelo. She said that she then stopped right in front of Karmelo and put her arms out to stop him. She then got Coach Hooper's attention with Heritage High School. She said Hooper then turned towards Karmelo and said, "You stabbed someone, son." She then moved on the set to find the person who was stabbed. She didn't know who it was yet. She arrived at the tent and saw multiple people were already helping Austin. She grabbed his wrist, checked for a pulse. She gave rescue breaths while the coach was with Liberty High School was giving compressions. You read on. Let's see right here. I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely sad. Says track head coach Vincent Hooper was the next witness with Heritage High School. He was asked about the tents. He said, "You want your kids to stay in their camp?" He said that he had left the tent to go get the batons from the car and then made his way back. As he was walking back, he said everyone was running and panicking, and he saw Coach Tiffany, who said, "Hey, this kid stabbed someone, don't leave." He stated that he put his hands around Karmelo. Karmelo said he put his hands on me. The coach told Karmelo, "You know, if he dies, you just change your whole life around." Boy, I ain't gonna lie, that's tough. I don't know, it's definitely tough reading this. It's definitely tough. Karmelo responded and said he's not going to die. He then passed Karmelo over the Centennial Height coach. He said that an African-American kid was chasing Karmelo, and the kid said, "He stabbed my brother. I'm going to get him." But he was able to grab him and hold him back. The particular individual is likely a witness, and I don't know if it is a minor, so I will be not identifying this person. The coach then said he walked up to Austin. He said Austin was as pale as white in a pool of blood. Oh, wow. I'm going to read more of this. Me personally, I got kids. Got 2 daughters. This is definitely hard to read. I can just about imagine, hearing this in the courtroom, hearing the witnesses, videos, all of that. And I know this is, obviously my job and, what I do and stuff like that. And I don't know how far I can say certain things on here, but I'm going to catch, I'm going to, get with them more, within this, most likely come tomorrow, within this post. But it's truly sad. And it just goes to show you that Karmelo Anthony was just completely wrong from where, you have the witnesses. And I told people from the get-go, within this report, literally within this report, and I explained it multiple times that people truly don't understand. When I seen the report for the first time, the police report, I said within all them coaches And all them kids out there, they have videos and they know exactly what's going on, and they're going to point, and it's not going to look good for Karmelo. And we're obviously seeing it. Check
Say
it
that
out.
this
Make
Carmelo Anthony had good grades, was an upstanding student, came from a nice family, though that nice family's now playing the race card in a way that's very despicable. What are the odds they're going to look at this kid and want to lock him up for the rest of his life?
I don't know if it's reasonable, I guess, if to think about, someone is coming at you, they've asked you to leave a place, and you are put in such danger that it justifies you pulling a knife and stabbing them in the heart. I don't, look, I mean, there's the legal standard of, imperfect self-defense or just self-defense. And then there's the facts of this case. And I just don't, I ain't no big city lawyer, but I don't see how those thresholds can be met by Carmelo. It just seems like a pretty open and shut case to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone tells you to leave, you say, well, make me. The person approaches you, even if they put an arm on you to escort you out or to sort of thrust you out. Is in any possible universe, is it a reasonable response to stab them in the heart? So like, and what, again, like with the black jurors, like what difference would that make? Like again, I think here's my bottom line is most people following the facts of this case would conclude that this is a pretty open and shut case, and these all seem pretty like desperate lawyers maneuvers. I can't blame the lawyers. It's their duty to offer the best possible representation they can, and they are obviously every possible thing they can throw. But I'm sorry, it seems like it's over.
Yeah,
before it began.
I agree.
Yeah, me personally, I definitely agree with what he's saying. It definitely is over before it began. And we all see that. For the people that obviously having not having hope and not realizing what's going on, and not honestly just believing. I truly know for a fact that things aren't looking too good for Carmelo Anthony. And it's nothing to bash at all, this kid. At all. It's just the truth. It's just the facts. You have to face those consequences when you make those choices. This right here, Reverend Wells Jordan posted, says, I don't like Myron, but he's spot on. Check out what he said right here, y'all.
That's very bad, man. I'll tell you this. If Carmelo loses, chat, they're going to light that city on fire. You best believe, bro. If this loses, they're going to light that city on fire, bro.
And me personally, I'm going to be 100 with y'all. I truly believe so too. And I feel like even if he does, like he can get 5, 10, 12, he can get off scot. It's still the reactions that you get from, and it's truly sick. Y'all know the thing I said yesterday, and I wanted to say it because it's the truth. All those individuals, mostly black, that was out there, obviously standing, all black, honestly, from what I've seen, had on their Carmelo Anthony shirts, this, that, and the other. A lot of those individuals have in they same neighborhoods, I can almost bet you, in they same neighborhoods and people that's around. And not all, obviously black people, they live in bad neighborhoods, but I guarantee the ones that was there and the ones that is supporting them, that do, I guarantee all these black and black crimes, they're not doing the same thing they're doing for Carmelo. A lot of this is they bring it with race. They bringing this with race, but they're not in their communities trying to teach the youth, trying to help the youth when it comes down. This should be more of an example. It should be more of an example to their kids, to their daughters of how not, like, go to school, do what you need to do, go to your sport. And it's cool sometimes to just walk the other way, no matter the race. Now, you got to stop that. People got to let that go. They truly got to let it go. I'm telling y'all. You got it right here. It says Austin Life mattered. And his family definitely deserves justice. And that's the way that I feel. I don't care. People can look at me a certain way, call me names, whatever. Man, I look at right or wrong. And Carmelo was definitely in the wrong with it. I don't care what anybody say. Got it right here. It says found guilty 3-2-1. Riots will now begin. And I already know. Me personally, I feel like it's going to be, me personally, and I'm not trying to scare nobody, but I feel like, man, and I pray that it doesn't get worse than it has ever been. But judging and just seeing how things are, And I thought about this earlier. And I said, you know, I actually wonder. I truly actually wonder when this comes about and right now it's running smooth like butter. More people are attracted, you know, and they seeing what's going on. More black folks are trying to, you know, because a lot of them black folks that donated, I can tell y'all right now, a lot of them forgot about this case. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. They're just now starting to, oh, I remember this. We donated to him. I'm going to tell y'all right now. And then as they're doing this, when he's found guilty, guaranteed they're going to put this everywhere. Y'all see how this really just only in Texas. Y'all see it online. Y'all see it from content creators. Mark my words when I say this. Y'all see it on, you know, it's going to be so many places that it's going to be wicked. It's going to be wicked. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be people that didn't even know nothing about this case a year ago. And they're going to, I'm telling y'all, I'm calling it right now. Watch. I'm telling y'all, I'm calling it right now. And it's definitely sad you gotta even do that. It's definitely sad. But I truly pray and I wish that I truly pray that people actually realize what's going on and actually set these examples. Because I feel like if people, regardless of skin color, set examples for these youth, for the next generation, I guarantee the world could be a better place. America could be a better place if parents start parenting and stop treating their kids like they damn friends. If they stop doing that, man, I guarantee, watch. I'm telling you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.